Welcome to Good News Week. And the big news? Thank God we're back, I tell you. And a lot of interesting things have been happening while we've been away. During George W. Bush's farewell visit to Baghdad, an Iraqi journalist took off his shoe and hurled his shoes at the surprise president. If only the message, shoo shoo, had been delivered 8 years sooner. Bush was then nearly hit with another almost identical shoe. Police suspect there may have been a second shooter. The event was commemorated with a large bronze sculpture of a shoe which, sadly, has now disappeared. As has the Iraqi journalist. The shoe is currently being used as emergency housing for old women who have too many children. Two Burmese fishermen were rescued in the Torres Strait after allegedly floating around for 25 days in a giant esky. Luckily, the men had a tiny boat stocked with beer and food. They survived on rainwater and fish regurgitated by seabirds. Now, I would have thought catching fish would have been easier than catching seabirds and then making them throw them. Just me, eh? Just me for that one. Albatross vomit. Oh, yeah. It's nature's tartare sauce. The US spent $220 million on the inauguration of the new president. It costs, you know, it costs a lot to black him up for every public appearance. It just makes me stronger. Obama's first move was to sign an order closing Guantanamo Bay. You know the recession is really bad when even torturers are being laid off. Now they just have to work out what to do with the inmates. The best suggestion so far involves 600 giant eskies full of regurgitated fish. Olympic swimming great Michael Phelps was photographed using what appeared to be a large marijuana inhaling pipe, apparently known as a bong. This demonstrates the terrible risk facing young people who pass their bong to a guy with the greatest lung capacity on Earth. Australian of the Year, Professor Mick Dodson, said the nation should have a conversation about changing the date of Australia Day. The conversation being, can we change the date? No. Many Aussies were outraged, saying, you can't move Australia Day, it's Beer's birthday. Cricket bad boy Andrew Symonds celebrated the end of his rehab by getting pissed and trying to talk on the radio. He won't be going on the tour of South Africa because of his fragile psychological state. Plus, he insists on travelling in a giant esky. And that's the good news. Thank you.
It's good news week. Someone dropped a bomb somewhere, contaminating the atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's good news week. Someone found a way to give the rotting dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's good news week. It's good news week.
Thank you, good evening. Tonight, with all the housewives and bellies we could afford, the shiny thing, Claire Hooper. host of the Gruen Transfer and fastest stand-up in the West, Will Anderson. And with her brand new CD, Here Comes the Sun, Australia's sweetheart, Georgie Parker. And they're staring down the teddy bear stuffed with razor blades, Mikey Robbins. Dancer, choreographer and true star of So You Think You Can Dance, Jason Coleman. And comedian, stylish thing, fertility goddess, Cal Wilson. So is it rude to inquire how far along you are? Or
6.5 months.
6.5 months?
Yes.
Is it wise doing shows like this at 6.5 months pregnant?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
The question is it wise doing shows like this? Full
Period. I like your attitude, Jason. I'm going to let the audience be the judge of that at the end of the show.
I guess I'll just let you in my head, sorry.
It's all right, we've put you through to choreography. You're okay.
Will and Georgie, lovely to have you back. And have you done anything interesting over the course of the break?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
No, I've just been waiting to come back. It's been about 8 years.
8 years?
I think.
Seems like only yesterday. And the new CD?
It's basically for little kids and their parents.
So is it like a Wiggles? You're taking on the Wiggles?
I'm taking them on, man. No, I'm not. No, it's just different. It's different to the Wiggles. You can't compete.
Did you do much stuff by 9 Inch Nails? Because that's pretty much what I grew up with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to rock out to my CD, man.
I think it should be good for the kids. You could be like the Black Wiggle, the one in the black skivvy that just goes, Jeff's not waking up because Jeff is dead.
Yeah.
Well, shall we get started? Yes? Holiday's over. Round one, what's the story? Claire, Will, Georgie, come together.
Laurie Ferguson, who always looks like he's had a massive night out. Oh, the pride of Australia.
Awesome dance.
And MC Hammer's making a comeback. So... I love those guys on Australia Day, you know, with the flag around the neck, you know, they think they're like a superhero,
It's
like
like
Aussie
an
man.
Australian superhero.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Aussie man, there's a fire. Oh, I'm watching the cricket.
Seeking a few.
Yeah, I'll just have a beer and I'll be there. But the great news is, with those flags around the neck, their necks still managed to get really red, so...
Yeah.
People just need to find interesting ways to wear the flag.
I-
you know, origami
Sachet.
folded into hats and stuff.
Hey, but I'm, as we speak, I'm wearing my Australian flag-shaped thong.
I caught a glimpse of that in the change room and I almost whistled.
The Southern Cross has never been crosser.
So apart from flag-wearing Australians on Australian Day, does anyone know what the gist of the story is?
I believe that because that Australia Day has been hijacked perhaps by some unpleasant elements, you know, some more racist elements, the government have decided the best way is, of course, a taxpayer-funded education program on television, which always works. I mean, didn't work for work choices. And kids now are just saying no to drugs and binge drinking. So they're going to put together a sort of a, you know, be nice to each other style TV information
Australia.
thing. Working up to something called Harmony Day, I believe, on March the 21st is going to be their kind of...
everyone wearing a rainbow.
Yeah.
Rainbow flag around their shoulders.
Yeah.
No, that's
I think that's Mardi Gras.
That could confuse people completely. Australia, the rainbow-wearing population, that's in rapid decline.
It does certainly give a whole new meaning to the Lounge Down Under, I guess.
They do have it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 points, take them in the match. The federal government has launched a new anti-racism campaign, the Diverse Australia program, to be run by all the middle-aged white men the ALP can find. It replaces the 10-year-old Howard government campaign, Have You Tried Not Being Asian? It was a Howard government campaign.
Can I tell you my favourite? You know, they had the big debate, and because Mick Dodson, obviously, as you mentioned in your monologue, said that they should change the date of Australia Day. And on news.com.au, I was reading the comments to that story, and this, I swear this is true. This woman has written in and gone, if people don't like the date of Australia Day, they should go back to where they came from.
Diverse Australia, look at this, we're getting along so well. Diverse Australia will provide grants of up to $150,000 for areas with racial intolerance. So if your local council is strapped for cash, why not headbutt a Hindu? I really hope that people realise that's a joke. Critics say Australia Day celebrations now look like a drunken Kontiki bus tour of Europe. One Cronulla yobbo who passed out while he was draped under the flag was mistakenly picked up by some passing undertakers and given a state funeral.
I've got a suggestion for the Australian flag. How do you think this would go? Because everyone has a problem with the Union Jack in the corner, right?
Yeah.
They say it's a sign of, but I don't mind, it's part of our history, but why not acknowledge all of our history? You put the Union Jack up in the corner and you just put the Aboriginal flag right next to it. It acknowledges what put together this country. In fact, why stop there? Put the Greek flag, the Japanese flag, the Italian flag. Put the flag of every country that makes up our country onto our flag. We can make our flag like one of those 3D magic eyes, right? And if you stare at it long enough, you just see Don Bradman riding Phar Lap.
Mikey, Jason, Cal, get this into you.
OK. Another grey-haired bloke looks like he's had a rough night. Oh, that's why. That better not be me.
Do we know what it's about?
It's possibly about if you drink alcohol, even scientists look dangerously attractive.
And actually, Cal makes a good point on this, because basically the latest bunch of scientific research has said that if you have more than 4 drinks in a session, or as I call getting started, waiting for the entree, that this may lead to dangerous behaviour. People, if we don't drink more than 4 drinks in a session, ugly people will never have sex. It's that simple. Hey, thank you, ugly people!
No, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, like, you're not supposed to drink more than 4 drinks. So I'm cutting down.
Actually, the story... the story was, I think, that it sharply increased the risk of actually having something go wrong if you were pissed. Duh.
Yeah. See, I've always found that having 4 drinks sharply increases the risk of having a 5th drink.
They have it as well, ladies and gentlemen. 10 points, take them into the game. According to new alcohol guidelines, having more than 4 drinks can sharply increase the risk of serious injury. It can also sharply increase the risk of karaoke.
I like the use of the word sharply.
Sharply?
Yeah, because if you said that sentence, like having more than 4 drinks increases the risk of getting injured, or having more than 4 drinks sharply increases the risk of getting more injured, somebody's actually getting paid to put that word
OK,
there.
you realise you're not a judge on this show, right?
Can we all just love each other?
Maybe they should put this on So You Think You Can Dance. It could be So You Think You Can Dance Pissed. And you get them all drunk and they just dance around a handbag.
The Health and Medical Research Council says more than 2 drinks a day can cause long-term harm, and more than 4 on one occasion could result in immediate injury. When the guidelines were announced, one alcohol expert said, "You're not my real dad." Of course, that's 4 drinks for men, it's 3 drinks for women, 2 for jockeys, 1 for children under 6. Consuming any alcohol under the age of 18 is now also considered harmful. They want you to wait until you can drive. So after one shandy round of Good News Week, the Hooper team are on 10 points, the Robbins team are on 10 points. Up next, more violence and nudity. More violence, Good News Week.
It's Good News Week.
During the break, as we realised the first underbelly was better, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Hooper, Anderson and Parker have handcuffs. Oh, good response, audience. We also have a poll.
This is from the new 10 or 10 show So You Think You Can Pole Dance.
I thought you were doing your Matt Shervington. And this.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. If you know, sing along, yeah. I can see all obstacles in my way.
Oh, let's get around the campfire.
Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Whee! That's all. That's all.
I'm sorry. Beautiful. When did we start letting the bus from Christian Fellowship in?
That was good.
That was
A beautiful voice you had. Gorgeous.
It was a little sexy, I got to be honest. I think my
Ooh,
pole
yeah.
actually got bigger.
I know. I still got it.
Oh, hang on, I've just realised this is Michael Phelps's bong.
And Robbins, Coleman and Wilson got Davy Crockett's hat. Come on, put it on! Put it on, Mikey! Put it on!
Mikey Robbins, the big man. I'm glad to see we've picked up where we left off last year.
Do you know what I like though, Mikey? From here, it's kind of a bit advanced hair. Yeah, yeah.
I just worked out what Mikey looks like in that hat. Looks like a raccoon who's giving birth to a really big naked baby.
That's not the first time I've heard that. What's this for?
I think that is meant to be the tail of Davy Crockett's hat.
Oh, no. I'm just going to clean this bit.
Oh, dear. We also have vodka.
Yes.
And this.
You don't want me to sing.
I do want you to sing.
You don't want me to sing
See,
that.
Georgie sang is beautiful.
I just don't think it would be kind to everybody if I tried to sing.
Jason?
I don't think it'd be kind if Kel tried to sing either.
What about your...
The next
yeah, yeah?
generation.
Come on, what about the next generation there? Put an ultrasound on it. Maybe it's got a voice. What do you think? Anyway? Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
You can see its little feet.
Oh, I can hear something. Do you want to help?
Okay.
Look around for it. There. Yeah, there's a voice coming down.
There.
Oh my God, you swallowed a guitar.
Love hurts. Love scars. Love wounds and mars. Any call. Not tough or strong. Enough. Love hurts. Beautiful voice.
What's so weird is I still don't know whether I'm having a boy or a girl.
Actually, no, what even amazes me more is there seems to be an echo in your womb.
We'll hear those intriguing tales at the end of the show. Right now, 1,000 words, some of our favourite pictures from the last couple of months. Hooper team, your finest captions for these images, please.
Mr. President, can you show us your orgasm face? Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Mr. President, have you seen this photo of Matt Shervington?
Mr. President, now that Mr. Bush isn't president anymore, can he come back and finish our class?
Another one?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Madonna has let herself go.
No, it's like someone put a mustache on a plate.
Mickey Rourke's mum says it is true, the wind did change.
Okay, we're going to jump over now to the Robbins team. For you, we have...
America legalises gay marriage.
If you get your ear licked by one world leader once, does that make you gay?
You always remember your first slow dance.
Is it something Howard pleads, please tell me he's not humping my leg?
Howard looks pretty
He
happy
doesn't seem to
about
mind, does he? Can we have the next snap for the Robbins team?
Write a suspension by bravely carrying his ankle.
He's doing the heavy lifting there,
Oh,
isn't
no.
he?
I mean, seriously, Ruddy, you just along for the ride there, fella.
It does look like they're going to hide him in a boot, doesn't it?
Kevin Rudd underbelly.
Giant Melbourne Ferris wheel breaks down. Rudd replaces it with new ride.
Okay. One last one. Backstreet Boys reform.
Kevin Rudd's stimulus package, $42 billion, the largest handout in Australian history. The cash will go to schools, housing, insulation, roads, small business and $950 cheques to you, the voter. Maybe you'll be able to spend that on fixing your own trains. Love it. The best news is the Liberal Party is finally back. They've been a dog's breakfast for more than a year. Sorry days and climate change absolutely mystifying for them. But financial mismanagement, now you're talking. Malcolm Turnbull took the big risk of deciding to block the package physically by diving in front of it and taking the full brunt of the blow upon himself. But if anyone can take it, Malcolm can. Unlike the rest of us, his body is accustomed to huge injections of money. The scores now, the Hooper team are on 25 points. Robbins is on 25 points. After the break, so you think you can mime. This is So You Think You Can Mime, Georgie Parker. Come on down.
Sorry, I had my shoes off.
Oh, that's all right.
Hi.
You got them back on?
Yeah, I got them back on.
Okay.
Not
Are you
that
ready
it'll
for this?
help. Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
No, it's good.
Oh, well. Well, we could be sometime. Oh, I take my shoes off for this one.
Your time starts now.
I'm on a timer? Okay. First bit.
Okay.
Nice start to the mime there.
Drums, monkeys.
Drums and monkeys. And ostriches.
Jungle drums?
Africa?
Oh, okay.
Okay, ready?
Penis? African penis. African...
Long boobies. What?
strong penis.
penises.
Very strong. Strong
right.
men.
Virile.
Strong men. African men. Oh,
African.
right. Okay, African men.
One man.
One man.
Oh, there's
An
just
African
one.
man. A man from Africa.
Okay.
Went to Moa Meadow.
Okay.
Walked. An car.
I can do sound effects,
An
right?
African man had a car.
Okay.
You can now.
No.
He looks like he's
was
going to steal the
trying
car.
to steal a car?
Yeah.
Okay, he just broke into a car. And the police have come over. And I love just the bit at the end there where he went... And all the kids at home will be going, Mum, Dad, what did the lady from play school just
I said,
buy?
man, I can't believe it. Okay.
I don't remember Marcel having sound effects.
Okay, so an African... He's made a
now
potion.
there's
He's like a witch doctor or something.
Chicken's
He's like
blood,
he's drunk
yeah.
drunk something.
And Now
He's turned into a rabbit.
sure he's a dog.
He thinks he's a rabbit. He's eaten a rabbit. He's killed a rabbit. He's had sex like rabbits.
He's a goat. Goat.
For God's sake, headbutt something.
He headbutted a goat.
No, I don't think I got it.
I think you've got it. Can you try and put it all together into some
There
sort
was
of
an African
paragraph?
man who broke into a car, got pulled
Yes.
over by the police, and then there was something to do with the goat. He's had some magic. He's had some potion. He's used some. He's had some potion turned into a goat.
That's close enough.
Is this the same? There was a story about a goat being held for questioning somewhere. Is this the same one?
Yes.
Yes, right. Oh,
So
well,
you
why
knew it,
didn't
but
you say?
decided not to help at all.
I like, though, that Claire, that you wanted to check that it was the same story about the goat that had been arrested in case there's a lot of goat-based crime going on in our village.
Well, actually, no, Carl, you're right. They actually get in gangs, the goats. And
It's the kids. It's
the
the
kids.
that are the problem.
the kids have gone bad.
Oh, don't give Channel 9 any ideas. There'll be Underbelly 3, Goat Division.
Actually, I believe they'll call it Under Udder.
Under Billy, I think.
Under Billy.
Yes. Vigilantes in Nigeria say a thief used black magic to transform himself into a farm animal to escape after trying to steal a Mazda 323.
Why would anyone want to steal a Mazda 323?
You're right, that's the weird part of that story.
Once they'd cornered the man, the vigilantes demanded he turn himself in. But they didn't specify what, so he chose goat. He figured turning into a goat was the best way to avoid getting sodomized in the prison showers. He was wrong. So you think you can mime, Jason Coleman? Oh.
What do you got for me?
Are you ready for this? You saw what Georgie did?
Okay.
Were you impressed with Georgie's work? I think that'll be easy for you. You'll kiss that one in, yeah.
All right, folks. Good luck. Let's go. Okay, work with me.
OK, what are you going to show us?
Your time starts now.
Okay.
Man writing on... A man with tiny film camera. Man with tiny film camera.
Microsoft scientist.
Writes on own arm.
Scientists can't afford paper. We're done.
Scientists, yes, we do have one word, 37 to go.
Scientists with tiny... a rabbit with ears on its back.
A hummingbird, tiny bird.
A tiny bull.
Bee,
A bird. A bull bird.
A bee,
An insect.
a wasp.
Insect.
Yes,
Some
come
kind
on,
of
come on, come on.
Insect, yes.
Scientists have discovered insects. Great.
Mosquito. Oh, a big fat mosquito. An enormous, fat, tiny, big mosquito. That gets bigger. A pregnant mosquito.
Big, lots of insects.
A smoking... Michael Phelps.
Insects.
Michael Phelps.
If you smoke insects, you'll get shit-faced.
Dancing. Insects go to a rave. In tiny bars.
Did you guys read the news this week?
So the idea is, it starts off with one insect. He texts a mate.
Is this the thing where they thing the thing with locusts? Is this the...
That's it.
Yes!
The scientists have discovered that lonely locusts sit at home by themselves texting their friends going, hey, what up? Nothing much, what are you doing? LOL. But when they get lots of locusts together, they all go nuts and go gangbusters like they're in a rave.
That's exactly it. And can I do something?
Yeah.
Can I take that?
Yeah.
Here. Just so I don't look like a complete idiot, I'd like to show you the mime actually and hearing the words. So, Cal, work with me here. Say that slowly.
Okay.
And I think we should acknowledge Wade Robson's choreography.
Will, Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Okay. Scientists studying locust swarms say the insects gather in huge numbers and go crazy. Because they're high, like humans at rave parties. Jason, you're going to Sydney.
When they're alone, locusts are quite shy and solitary insects, but when they gather together, levels of a chemical in their brain increase, they swarm, and it's on. Go on, let them swarm. You're only young and in plague proportions once. Locusts on marijuana are also extremely social, but they spend their whole time lounging on the wheat going, dude, I can clap with my knees. When locusts are forced together in a crowd, they're stimulated even more by touching sensory hairs on their hind legs. It's the same with lesbians.
Wow! Hey, you just lost your Mardi Gras float. Couple of dykes on bikes coming round to your place later on tonight.
Them now on 37 points, them on 39 points. Coming up, a brand new contest. This is a new game we call Hotspot. Before the show, we asked our studio audience to write down some questions and thoughts and spelling mistakes about the news of the week. Our heroes must now stand on the hotspot and answer those spelling mistakes. Hooper team, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
That was incredibly enthusiastic.
We look like we're at our first blue light disco here. I don't want to dance.
Robin's team, are you ready?
Yes!
Wow, I love it.
I don't know if Kel's ready or having her baby.
Neither does Cal!
Can I just point out, this is the first time in the history of this show that I've stood. And I'm a little dizzy.
That's the alcohol.
Hey, oi, just because I'm in the audience, you don't talk, all right?
I think the message there is maybe you should pull out like your father should have.
Yeah, stuff you, man! There's only one rule. If you're not standing on the hot spot when you speak, no points. We'll start off, I think, with the Hooper team.
Yeah.
What do you think of Kevin Rudd's stimulus package? Anybody? Leap in there, the hot spot.
I think it's really exciting for Kevin that he's finally worked out how much you have to pay to make friends.
For Mikey's team, what should they do with the inmates from Guantanamo Bay?
New Australian cricket team.
Or a new Australian TV show, The Terrorist Wants a Wife.
Guantanamo Bay edition, hole in the wall.
Are we going back to the Hooper team? Is it okay to be gay and not like Kylie?
I think the more important question is it okay to be my husband and like Kylie? Because I got...
And mine.
Really? Yes! I got tickets to the concert and he grudgingly went along. He's been singing the songs ever since. I didn't know he was gay.
The bigger question is, what are their husbands doing tonight?
It's okay to be gay and not like Kylie. It's not okay to be gay and not like cock.
Unless you're a lesbian.
I'm really uncomfortable. They don't say cock on my show.
Who is your role model? Anybody? Don't all leap up at once. Oh, Will.
I think Ben Cousins. Because a lot of people have been like, oh, Ben, he should have admitted there as a problem. But let's be honest, like, you know, when he was addicted to the drugs, he earned $800,000 a year, had sex with pretty much every hot woman in Western Australia and won a Brownlow medal. He must have looked at his life and just gone, where did it all go wrong?
Christian Bale. Has anyone heard the tirade?
Oh, yeah.
He's cool.
Paul.
For anyone, how would you fix Australian tennis?
Maybe try the cricketers out playing tennis and see if they're good at that sport.
It's funny if you're a Kiwi.
Here's one from one of our audience members called Cherie. Come up with a slogan to sell recycled water.
You liked it the first time.
Anybody else?
Celebrity endorsements. Sure, regular water might be wet, but this came out of Cape Blanchett. Sure, it might be a little darker, but this came out of Georgie Farker.
This one, Jodie's actually put a name on. This is from Jodie, who's in our audience somewhere. How obese should children have to be to get taken away from their parents?
If when they're doing PE, they sweat gravy.
I reckon probably ironically when they're too big to fit out of the door of their house.
If they've ever been caught in front of the microwave screaming, hurry up. Oh, hey, look.
If they walk past the mothers and all their menstrual cycles change.
Yes. Along those grounds, if just outside them they've got a slightly smaller child orbiting them.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call it stumps there. Going to pull them up. That's over. We're done. We're through. 20 points each for the first round of that game. Up next, strange but true. This is Strange But True, the real news with the curious clues. Claire, Will, Georgie, you had the handcuffs.
My clue was actually a goat, but it got free.
The poll.
Well, it's like a techno didgeridoo. Or Iron Man the porno.
And finally, this beautiful, beautiful song.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds and have me blind. Oh! It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Beautiful.
I can't begin to describe how wonderful it was to see someone who can actually move with poise and grace on this show.
I just thought what I think every time I see people dance on TV, they're doing it. They are doing it.
They're gonna do it.
That was gorgeous.
Thank you. I figured I haven't been very funny, so I better get up and dance.
Oh, that was good. It was the first time I think we've had such love between the teams in the whole...
Yeah, we should be able to get that Diverse Australia funding grant for sure.
So, do we have an answer to the strange but true?
Georgie?
I don't know.
I like the earthy honesty.
Well, lucky you were such a nice singer and dancer then.
Yeah.
Claire?
Over to you.
See, the tricky thing is when you give us such suggestive props, you can only think of the really dodgy things that have happened in the news. And but I think it's actually the really, like, it's the actually obvious story, isn't it?
I think it might be these crooks from New Zealand,
Yeah.
is it? Is this what it is?
You've seen the footage as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Two
love
guys who
this.
are... These are two criminals who I believe may have been having a session with Michael Phelps before the crime. Because they were in court and they were handcuffed together, weren't they?
Yes, and they escaped custody briefly, long enough to run away about 10 metres out of the courtroom.
And I think they'd been pepper sprayed or capsicum sprayed in the eyes. So they couldn't see very well.
That's right.
And then a pole. Now, I'm assuming the pole must have been disguised and come out of nowhere.
Of course, the pole is the sworn enemy of the escaping prisoner.
Because they've essentially been handcuffed to each other and I believe run and knock themselves...
Really fast. They don't even get up afterwards. They're just down. And I believe, like, that's all you see on YouTube, but I believe the longer version, they actually get up, walk back into the courtroom, slip on a banana and then walk into a glass door as well.
Georgie, did you want to add anything to that?
Absolutely nothing. I think that sounds fantastic. And I guess the capsicum, what is it? Peppermint? What is it? What's that spray?
I think you were right the first time when you said you didn't want to add anything.
I don't want to add anything.
As bizarre as it sounds, they're right. 10 points. It's security camera footage, so it's not perfect. But even if you've seen it already, please enjoy it again. Bang. It looks like Kevin and Wayne going to a press conference. Coincidentally, I apologise, this is how Kiwis usually mate. Yes! Woo! The good news is, because they knocked each other out, both men will receive a reward for foiling an escape. Mikey, Jason, Cal, you had the hat, the vodka,
Which I'm wishing I'd drunk before I'd come on.
and Cal's unborn infant now singing once again.
I can't tell you how peculiar this is.
Love hurts, love scars, love wounds, and mars any heart. Not strong or strong enough to take a lot of pain, take a lot of pain. Love is like a flower, needs a rain. Love hurts. Ooh, love hurts. That child has a beautiful voice.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure there was a harmony there at the end, so it's twins.
Okay, what's it all about? Put it together.
A Russian guy got drunk, and as you do when you're drunk, thought he'd try and make love to a You say
He
it.
found a raccoon and said, this should be a bit of fun. Tried to have sex with raccoon. Raccoon went, not of my species, and bit off his wiener.
Now, see, here's the thing. I don't know what's more embarrassing. Having sex with a raccoon, or trying to have sex with a raccoon, or having a penis small enough that you could possibly have sex with a raccoon.
I like that he bit off the penis, but he kept the nuts for winter.
I would just like to say, go the raccoon about this, because that is just so wrong on so many levels. And I think now that raccoon, wherever he is right now, he's like so cool to all the other raccoons that he's not even called raccoon anymore. He's like RC. And there's all these raccoons and gerbils sitting around in a room somewhere going RC, RC, because that is just wrong on many levels.
Okay, the best thing would be if they had like a little animal bar. You can have it mounted on the wall.
That is such an odd story, because he was with 3 mates. They were on some trip for the weekend, and none of the other 3 has gone, hey, that's a bit fucked. Like, like no one has gone, Boris.
Oh, mate, if you were there with your mates and one of your mates wanted to have sex with a raccoon, you would go, this is going to be an awesome story.
Seriously?
They do have it right, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have thought? Last year, we told you about a drunk bloke in New Zealand who claimed to have been raped by a wombat. Well, a similar genius in Russia is recovering after a raccoon bit off part of his penis when he tried to have sex with it. And that's where rabies come from. Alexander Kirillov was on a drunken weekend with some mates when he thought he'd have some fun. But he denies it was sexual. He just took off his clothes to have a shower, slipped, and fell on his raccoon. Doctors are now trying to restore his mangled manhood, although they're not trying very hard.
The poor guy, it told him it was a beaver on Facebook.
Oh, Claire Hooper! Oh, gorgeous! Extra 2 points, taking you to time. Stay tuned, animal lovers. Fast Money is coming. Last year we called this game Dirty, Sexy, Fast Money, but this year, in honour of our economic saviour, it's time to play Kevin Rudd's Fast Money. In Somerset, a man who was trapped in his living room for 60 hours survived by sipping from a bottle of whiskey. How did he get trapped?
His dad is Joseph Fritz.
Oh, we've just hit a new low ebb. At a point where I thought the show couldn't get any lower than it's gone, but there we go. He tripped over a phone cord during a blackout, fell against the sofa, which toppled over and pinned him underneath. I think he could have been sipping the whiskey before he tripped over the phone. In Japan, several people have been hospitalised after eating fugu, or blowfish. Yes. Specifically, what was the dish?
It's the liver or the gallbladder or something.
Above all the poisons.
This one in particular. Come on, I'm going to throw it back if you don't get it.
It's a hamburger.
No, because it's poisonous, but it's like its little internal organ bit.
Sushi.
This one was particular to...
Testicles.
Thank you very much. Grilled blowfish testicles.
I should have known by how excited Will
Jeez.
got.
Where's a good raccoon when you need one?
Happy cows give more milk. According to scientists from Newcastle University, how can you make your cow even happier?
Give it a name, baby. You've got to give it a name like,
Yes.
like Daisy or like, you know, like a cow name and be nice to it. And it'll have
Yeah.
get more milk.
You're right.
The only name
Play
they
music to it.
the only name they don't like is mince, stir fry, or soon to be slaughtered.
A strange fossil has been stolen from London's Natural History Museum. What is it?
Dinosaur poo.
Margaret Thatcher.
It is dinosaur poo.
Hey, we were both right.
OK, last one. Here we go. Still anybody's game.
You idiot.
In Hong Kong, filming is about to start on a 3D movie that will be a world first. What is it?
Porno.
Thank you very much, Mikey's got it.
Talk about coming at you.
So, in the shiny new set tonight, and because it is the first show, Claire Hooper, Will Anderson and Georgie Parker have tied with Mikey Robbins, Jason Coleman and Cal Wilson. OK, they won. 75 points, 73 points. If you want more, 10.com.au/GNW is the address. You can see extra bits and go behind the scenes and get the podcast. Or click on Michael Phelps and get the podcast. So we say, don't root raccoons. Seriously. And leave you with the good news for the week ahead. Jennifer Aniston will turn 40 and Angelina Jolie will steal her cake. Robbie Williams will turn 35, if only his career had lived to see it. Almost a year after winning the election, Morgan Tsvangirai will be sworn in as Zimbabwe's Prime Minister. It took him this long to legally change his name from Robert Mugabe. Friday the 13th is, of course, Black Friday. Mick Dodson says we can keep that one the same. And finally, Saturday's National Condom Day will go ahead, despite calls that Valentine's Day would feel a lot better without it. Good night.